subscribe to the notification bell so you always see me going live, and come walk with me wherever you're in the world. So you can't do it all. You just can't do it all. Or can you? It's the question. So as we got to make time for ourselves and make our lists and stuff, life does get crazy. And this is true, I'm almost embarrassed to say, I've been putting so many things on my schedule. And, for about several years after when I took care of my mom, and after that, I was grieving really bad. I put a lot of things off and I just didn't feel like doing stuff, right? And some things that I'm still doing, right, that I need to get caught up on from many, many different things. But my intensity of doing some projects and going back to even like social media, like I really didn't do lives on YouTube ever, right? And just learning different things. And TikTok, I didn't even have TikTok accounts until recently. And so I know that being in business, these are important things to learn and to learn it well. I used to be like the Facebook person only, right? And I did that really well, but it's really time to update. There's a lot of things to learn. Ask ChatGPT lots of questions and really almost like starting all over from zero on everything. And it's tough. There's a lot of different pieces when you're self-employed. And outside of that, I have other things, personal things like estate stuff and different things like that, paperwork and stuff that takes a lot of time and a lot of different things that you have to deal with, right? And taking care of yourself, right? And that's, emotionally, physically, all that stuff. Like tonight I prepped a good dinner. I made tuna with hard-boiled eggs, and I mixed it. I had tuna, hard-boiled eggs, some cheese, and I put in there some full-fat sour cream, Dijon mustard, and a little Keo mayo. Mixed it up, really good, and trying to stay healthy and trying to, Oh, and I had cucumbers in there, organic cucumbers, and it was amazing. And so trying to really take the time to do everything, and that's important. So as I say, can you do everything or can't you? Or can't you do anything or can you, right? It's interesting how sometimes I've been one of those people that I don't want to say lives on the edge, but sometimes I'm like, how do I get all this stuff done? And I don't know how people do it that have other responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a big responsibility with my mom and stuff. I just don't know how they do it when you want to get things in and get things done thoroughly and do what you have to do. So hello there, welcome, and come walk me, let me know where you're at. I'm in Boston, and that's Tyrone Smith. Welcome. So, Tyrone Smith, sorry. So, with that said, I'm an entertainer. I do balloons, and I've been working really hard. I run a convention in Vegas, and I've been working really hard on that and interviewing people that are artists. Another YouTube station I have called the Balloon Convention, which is under Balloon Jam. And I work my balloon business and other things like that. I'm not doing as intensely as I used to. I will get back to it because I have a lot of things I have to do, and my days are pretty full, actually, from responsibility at home and cleaning up paperwork and a whole lot of stuff. I mean, even this morning, somebody came by, knocked on the door from Eversource, which was the electrical company, to change my meter, and I was like, I'm rushing to get ready for something, but I answered the door. So what I'm getting to is going back to, you can't do everything, or can you, on your list, or achieve things and get it all done and be accomplished, just like walking, fitting it in. I'm walking now. So what happened, and I'm like, oh my God, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I looked at my calendar. I go, holy crap, I have an event tomorrow, and I totally forgot the dates. And I looked at it. And now, the good news is I always look at my calendar, right? So I would have caught it, but I had to get my balloon bag ready, and 5 hours, because I think I was local, and everything was fine, worked out perfectly. I was sharing that with a friend of mine who does balloons in Northern Ireland, and he said it happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh God, so he's a great guy, but I understand we have a lot going on, and you got to pay attention. So I make a big list each day, and I always say that I always try to get a lot of things done. And you can too. It's a great accomplishment. So going back to what I titled this, can you not do everything, or can you? Right? That's on your list. Can you take care of your health, read the ingredients, cook for yourself, know what goes in your body? Can you make time to walk like I am right now at 8 o'clock in the evening in my town, figuring in? And I'm tired. I didn't sleep as much last night, and I got to go home and prep, a few things. It's going to take me a couple hours, but here I am. So can you get it all done? I think so. And again, there are some times that you can't on your list, but you got to be aware, right? And subconsciously, well, obviously I was aware because everything was written down. I look at my calendar, right? So I do have multiple lists. So nothing would have happened. I've had this event for many years, and of course, because I always look at the calendar before I go to bed, and I make a list before I go to bed, I just did it late. And usually I look at it during the day, and I would have prepared a little bit more, but I got everything done on time, and it all worked out. Thank God. So can you get everything, if you can't get everything done, or can you, is the question. And the mind is really powerful, the subconscious mind. Okay, whatever's going on, and whatever people try to fill in for you, and they have their own agenda, like friends that keep calling you, or people that are in business and really just want to know, or they seem like they might be your friends as well. You got to protect yourself too, and we got to set boundaries. I talked about that before too, and you have to really take the time to work on you, right? Because you can't help anybody else or be the best of anything. So can you not do everything, or can you do everything? I think you can. And when we get our mind right, just like walking and taking care of your body, it starts with the mind. It starts with a decision. The decision that's on paper. I always look at this big calendar that's on paper. Okay, before I go to bed, I write 10 things down that I need to do the next day. Sometimes I don't get it all done, okay, and I'll put it the next day. But can I get it all done in general? Yeah, yes, and you can too. You never get anything you can't handle. What's going on there? Dark, I'm 2. Okay. Sebastian, welcome. And this station is for adults 18 and above who are working on their wellness. That's my avatar. And I want to know if this relates to you in terms of, do you think that you can't get everything done, or do you think you can? I think you can, with intention, with writing your goals down, with the subconscious mind, which is very powerful. You have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, right? And whatever the mind believes, you can achieve, right? So it's all a mindset on where you're going and how you're focused to get it all done that you need to get done. So like I said, I'm gonna make myself dinner. I was tired. I did the dishes, you know what I'm saying? All those things. I'm here walking. I got to go home and get my balloon bag together. I got to make a balloon for tonight, which I don't have to. It's just an extra thing I do. I'm going to do it. And I'll be ready for a nice day tomorrow. And I have a list of other things I got to do tomorrow. And it is what it is, right? So push yourself a little bit. I challenge you to make a list before you go to bed of 10 things and realize that you get everything done too if you make that decision, right? If you're watching this, I'd love to hear if you can relate to that, or if you're going to take that challenge. Put a comment down below. And, one decision is, come walk with me wherever you're on the world. I'm walking on a track right now, but I walk everywhere. Doesn't matter. Just get it in each day. And you too will see what great results happen when you say, I'm too busy to do that. Well, that's your health. Make the time, okay? Make the time for yourself. It's so important. So you can. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't. It all goes with how you think. Thoughts are things. What you think about is what you get, right? There's many books out there about that. I believe this for many years. I was into this stuff before I was 20 years old. And you can manifest and do anything you think you can do, including weight loss, including walking, including all that stuff. So you visualize it first with your naked eye, as they say, in your mind, in your mind's eye, and then you put the blinders on and you keep all the negative people away, and sometimes don't even answer the phone with some of these people. They're talking cuckoo. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because they will mess with your health. They will mess with your intentions, right? And sometimes you realize it's not their fault necessarily, but sometimes people are just not right or they have other intentions. And I can't help somebody else unless I can help me first, right? With my mom as our caretaker, I had to take care of myself. It wasn't easy, okay? I give up a lot of stuff, and I have some issues with my health because of it, but it's okay. I don't regret it, my mother. But just saying, we got to take care of ourselves. And if you're running a business, I run a convention, whatever, I put my all into everything I do. I give it 150%, right? So can you do everything? The answer is yes. If you believe that and you take care of yourself mentally, physically, and all that, and you get right. And I think walking is a great way to do that because you're walking, you're thinking, thoughts are getting clear, you're sleeping better, you have less back pain, weight loss, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's a great habit to have. And even helps depression, they say, right? So many people are behind their desk and still staying home since COVID, right? Living in an AI world, some of it's not reality, right? And get out, look at some nature, breathe some good air. You need to do that, right? So you can fit it all in. You can if you believe you can. I know sometimes it gets overwhelming, right? How to eat an elephant one bite at a time. But also have a rally in your mind of visualization, like I said. See things accomplished. See the things how you want to be, right? When you're younger, going to the prom was like a big deal. And back then, I think we used to dream a little bit more. You'd think about what you look like, how it would be, and all that. I know it's funny, I remember that. And then we lose it when we get older. We totally lose it. But that's with everything. Any kind of goal, right? It's manifesting it, but you have to see it first before it's physical, right? You have to totally see it. So can you get everything done? Yeah, I think so, if you believe it, right? But you have to believe it. And sometimes it takes a minute. I know I was in a bad place when I lost both my parents. I'd never been in that before. I was so close to my parents. They were everything to me. Matter of fact, I called my aunt today, my mother's sister, to say hello. And it felt good to do that. But my mom, I still have moments, right? I talk about it all the time. My mom was the strongest person I know. And when she passed, I almost was like, I'm more spiritual. I believe in God. I was like, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel protection or anything. It just felt weird. And I'm still struggling with it. And it's getting better. And I'd always feel that when I prayed my own way, that I can get everything done. And I did. And then I lost that for a little bit. And I just didn't feel like doing anything. Depression or grievance, whatever it is. Not like chemically or anything. I was grieving my mom. And I just got the phone with a family friend, Michelle, and she was talking. I was with her in Western Mass, and we were walking on the station. We were talking about a few things, and she had some tragedy in her life too. And we were talking about people who have passed, and things trigger things, and you just don't know what it is. So those are lessons to learn. Of course, I do believe my mom's with me every day. I believe every loved one that we've lost is with you as well, listening. And that can give you strength too, right? But at the end of the day, can you get everything done or can't you? Or can't you? You really have to start believing that and being around the right people, right? So that's why I say, come walk with me. Hit the notification bell. I really want to hear from people because walking is an amazing step in the right direction. Just because it clears your mind, even if it's 10 minutes a day. And so there's so many other faculties, things that happen as a result of that. So I think that when you put that on your list with everything else, you can get everything done, okay? If you see that. And I know, like for me, I have some big projects in my business life and my personal life and just things that have to get done. I'm not going to stress about it, right? But I'm visualizing it being done and also taking time for me and staying away from some other people. Not that I don't like them, okay? But sometimes, and they don't know what you're going through either. They really don't know. And but people that do care about you, that really do know you, understand when you have something like that, a loss, that you just got to go through, you got to go through. And they respect that as well. They don't try to fill you up with their stuff. So these are things that, from boundaries to things that are real. And if you allow that stuff to sit in your mind and really go in it, you start believing it. When they repeat, it's kind of like brainwashing, right? So I don't listen to TV. I do it once in a while, the news. It's all negative. You're going to find out about it anyway. I'll go to YouTube, look at it, get the briefings, okay? It's like brainwashing. And I can't listen to that, okay? Because every day, it's like life or death, right, to me. And why be always me and be all stuck in bed and getting fat and eating the wrong stuff and listening to people that stress you out and the news that stresses you out, right, and all that. And that holds you back from getting everything done, right? And that affects your health on so many levels, your sleep, all kinds of things. So it's some serious stuff. So I'm not a doctor, not making claims. I'm Steve Klein, by the way. I meant to say that earlier on. And what does that say? Well, thank you. But I did almost pass away. I took Advil and I vomited blood. It went through me in 2 different ways. I ended up in the hospital. It was the closest feeling towards death. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, okay? And I was in the hospital praying, okay? And also, they told me they didn't know if I had cancer or an ulcer. I didn't have any of that, thank God. They said, if you don't get on Nexium, you're going to develop that. I listened to them, got on Nexium for 10 years with side effects. Okay, a bone loss I found out when I had an x-ray at the dentist. And I said, and the dentist goes, wow, you're really young for that. So I started looking things up. And I read about ginger and turmeric, went to Whole Foods, got it, started making tea, felt better. Read these guys blogging about high-impact ginger, turmeric, and muscadine, and like no other. So I was like, okay. I started talking, asking lots of questions, and it was interesting. I'm okay. Yes, thank you, Zooey. But I'm still working on stuff. So what I found out, and this is a true story too, one of the people that helped me, his name was Blake Graham, and he went to medical school, and he was amazing. He was younger than me. He lived in Japan. His wife was from Japan, and he bounced back and forth from the United States to Japan, and he got parasites. And he knew what to do with a lot of things, but then he had to go in the hospital. And sometimes there's some things that are good in the hospital and other things that are not, because they're not trained on nutrition. They only know what they know, and they don't look at the big picture, okay? So literally, it was this month, 3 years ago, I flew into Utah. I was with my mom in Massachusetts. Her legs were swelling up. I had placed her in assisted living, and she wasn't moving and walking as much. And I got really worried, and she got some medicine, which she had not been on medicine before. So I took her into the hospital, and I said, is everything going to be okay? She said, yeah. And I wasn't sure she's going to, have a heart issue or whatever. I was afraid to leave. I was supposed to go away on a trip, and I wasn't going to go, okay? They said she should be fine. So I went, and I remember it was like at night. It was like on a Wednesday night, I think. And I was in the hospital, and then the next day, a few hours later, I'm in Utah at a hospital seeing Blake, and he was like skin and bones. I went to go see him. I was like, wow. And I didn't know what was going on. He was very thankful I was there. It wasn't easy because I remember I was supposed to go to a function in another part of Utah, and it took us an hour and a half because President Biden was in office at the time, and he was in the city, and the traffic was crazy. So I saw him. He thanked me for coming. Guy saved my life. So he passes away right before my mother passes away. Then I'm on the phone and communicating on Facebook with another good friend of mine from Australia who's a balloon guy named Jeff Hayes. very, very amazing human being. He was at kind of my convention and teach. He passes away the day my mother goes in the hospital. My mother never came out. So I couldn't even like grieve him. It was like two really good friends that meant a lot to me and my mom all at once. So when I was chatting with another friend about losses on this month, it triggers all that, right? So, but that's not a bad thing to hear, right? That's not something that is going to make me feel down, okay? I mean, I understand it. We have a moment, but it's other things with other people that nag you with stuff and keep calling you about different things, saying business-wise or whatever. They act like they know all these things that you're going through, that you're a friend and all that, and you question it, right? Because there's only so much I can listen to and so much I can help. I want to be helpful to people, and I'm always that way, okay? But when people really don't give you the space sometimes, it's like, wow. So anyway, what did you write here? Let's see. Thank you. I believe in God. Okay? Thank you. So, but, it's all real interesting, and life and what happens and how we manifest things and how, it is true. You can do whatever you want if you believe it, right? You can. And we live in such a funny world. When somebody just asked me about religion, and, I'll be honest with you. My dad was Jewish, my mother was Armenian, right? And I was brought up with both. And it's like, you can't even talk about that anymore. I'm really godly. I believe in God. I'm spiritual, right? And the whole world seems like they're fighting about that kind of stuff too. From that in politics, it's like, just be kind to each other and just be nice to each other. That's what God really wants you to do, right? It doesn't matter what your background is. And we're living in such crazy times that everyone's afraid to say what they are and all that kind of thing is just like amazing. And, we're at war with other things, with that, with your spirits, saying we're at war with many things, with people putting crap on you, saying getting through day to day. With the COVID lockdown, we were at war. We still are. Okay, I knew that when that happens. And we have to really, really take care of ourselves. So when you remove yourself from all the crap and all the craziness and you spend time on you, like walking, okay, you too will start believing that you can get everything done in a day or get everything done on your list, okay, that you need to get done. So I do believe that, and I do believe it takes effort. And as they say, practice makes what? Perfect. No, it doesn't. That's not true. Practice only makes improvements because you can always do better, right? So you can do better than you did yesterday. You can better tomorrow and just keep doing better. And so if you make a list before you go to bed, you don't get everything done, don't beat yourself up. Put it back on the list and hit it again, okay? Till you start believing you can get everything done you need to get done. And that's my point. So come walk with me wherever you are. And I be inspired if you set up a YouTube station doing it too. Like, I'm going live. This is not AI. This is real, okay? And be accountable. Be accountable to yourself. Be accountable to the universe. The new friends I'm meeting here. Zooey, if I say your name that, I'd love to be friends with you. I'd love to chat more with you and all the other people on here. Love to get to know you wherever you're from in the world. It doesn't matter. And that's what I love about this tool called YouTube, because we can. So you too can get everything done. You too can do things you never thought was possible. I never thought I'd be going live walking. Never thought that, okay? So here I am. So if I can, you can. And remember, practice is not perfect. It only makes improvement. So come walk me wherever you're on the world. Hit subscribe, the notification bell. And I know that we had hit 255. It goes up and down a little bit, but that's cool because I only want the right people on here. So if this is speaking to you, I want to get to know you. And if you'd like to join my wellness quest, starts in September. totally complimentary, no cost. We're just keeping each other accountable on whatever our goals are, whether it's walking, weight training, nutrition, keto, dieting, whatever it is. There's prizes. We have a whole Facebook groups that motivate each other. It's a great community. And if you like to do a naturopathic health survey, I'm not a doctor making claims. It was made by 500 doctors. My mentor that saved my life created it. And it goes through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. It gets to the root cause of what's happening as it speaks to you. And yes, I do take this high impact ginger turmeric and muscadine like nothing on this world. It's lab tested not once, but twice independently. And it gets great results because it's high impact. People have so many results and stories, you wouldn't believe it, but we take a lot of it, okay? Because everybody's screwed up from your gut, your digestion. Everybody has digestion issues. From our food, non-GMOs, not grass-fed, from medicines, vaccinations, there's all kinds of side effects. So that's the truth. So come walk with me around the world, and I will look forward to getting to know you guys. See you tomorrow. Over and out, everybody. Thanks so much for being here, and thank you for the chat. I really appreciate everybody.